Hello guys again. In the previous video I made a mistake. The extension of this entry file should be TSX, not GSX for TypeScript. Okay, and I'm using TypeScript to be able to use the types of the TypeScript. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new type for the file object. So I'm gonna call it file type and should contain a name, and will be string, also a children, and as I said before, the children will be optional. So to represent to say that a children property can be undefined or it's an optional, you should write this question mark. Okay, so it is an array. So perfect. So I need to make sure that the file here in the props, it's of type file type. Okay, so it's of type file type. Perfect. So let's let's take a look to the UI here in this repository. So as you see here, we just displaying the node modules, the names of the folders or files, but we need to display more content, such as this folder icon, these icons, and the name of the folder or the file. So let's first show you the library we're gonna use to be able to display these icons, which is React icons, this one. So to install it, you could copy this command and come here to your terminal and paste it and hit enter to install the dependencies, the necessary dependencies for the React icons. Now let's see what we need from here. We need a arrow icon, a folder icon, a file icon, and another arrow icon. So let's search first files to get the file icon. So there you go, this one, we need this one. We need this one. So here we need to import it from the dependency from the package React icons. So this is FA file signature. This icons, we should import it from where? From React icons, and not just React icons. If I zoom a little bit here, you see in the left side, besides the name of the icon, there is another this text. Okay, so this text basically another folder inside the React icons library, and from that folder you should import this particular icon. Okay, so if I make a slash here, there are tons and tons of of folders. I need the FA set. Okay, this is the first icon. The second icon, let's me unzoom. So the second icon is folders. Okay, so folders, let me look. Okay, let's take this folder. This folder from where? From MD folder. So let me duplicate this one and change this one, and the folder will be, as I said, MD. And the last two icons are the arrows. Okay, so the arrows is basically, where are they? Let me, okay, arrow. There you go. We need this arrow and this arrow, and if you notice, they're coming from the same folder. So I need to take this one, import, and okay, import, and up this one, also this one. Okay, from React icons slash BI, I guess. Yeah, it is. So I need to change a little bit UI. I need to create a new div with the class name entry container. Inside it will be there an entry header. That entry header will contain another div for the icons. I'm gonna give it a class icons container. You could check the index.css file to see what class names do here. These class names do to our style, okay? And a p tag for the file name, okay? For the file name, for the file dot name. Okay, so perfect. Now let's render a random icon just to see the result. I'm gonna render out this icon for the file, and let's check. So let's zoom a little bit, and as you see, it works. This is the icon. Let me render also the this icon. Okay, I should wrap it through these greater than. Okay, so there you go. Perfect. Okay, so now I need to decide. I need because the node modules is a folder, but the icons says that the node modules is a file. Okay, so I need to conditionally render either the either I should render the file or the folder icon. Okay, so and how do I know that this object, this file, this current file is a file or object? As I said, the trick is if the file has a children property, that means a folder. Okay, and if not, that means that object is a file. It's super easy. So let's first of all add a condition here to say if that file had a children, that file had a children prop, then show me the so had a children, that means a folder. Give me the folder icon. I wanna display the folder icon. Of course, if not, I wanna display the file icon. It's super easy, right? So there you go. So and let's display always for now this icon. Okay, icons container. By the way, I should place those icons inside this div. Okay, inside this div. Okay, so perfect. So now it's right. This node modules is a folder, also the public a folder. And how do I know it's a folder? Because if you take a look at the data here, you see the node modules had a children prop. Also the I don't know, the the src, there you go, the src folder or the src object had its children prop, but the package.json had only the name property. Okay, so which is correct until now. So the second thing I wanna check, if it is folder, of course I wanna render the sub content like this. If it is folder, I wanna render the bootstrap folder inside it. Also I wanna render the bootstrap file. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do here. So outside this div, outside the icons container div, I wanna check. Okay, I wanna check. I wanna say if the file or directed, if there is a children, then map through that children, map through that files, or okay, that file with a key, and re-render the entry component. So as I said before, it recursively. Okay, so if it has a children, I'm gonna re-render the entry, the new data, and re-render it if there is a children for the next for the next files. Okay, so I'm gonna render the entry and I'm gonna pass it the same props, which is the key, also the file. Okay, so file will be file, which is now I guess dot children. Okay, There we go. So let me, perfect. So the node modules and the bootstrap, and as you see, the bootstrap is folded, or the icon is folded, here the bootstrap. So the content, the sub content of the node modules is displayed. So, but in this way, we cannot see which one is the parent, or I don't know, we cannot decide or see with our own eyes which one is the parent and which are the nested folders or the children of that folder. For example, the node modules, the bootstrap is a child of the node modules. The vid also is a child, but in this way they're listed in the same line. We cannot decide. So let's take a look here. For example, the src, the assets is inside src. So as you see, there are some paddings or some indentation between the level where the src exists and the new level of the child component or the child folder or file. Okay, so I need to add that indentation level. Okay, so if I'm the first folder, the indentation will be 0 or 1. If I had a children and I will render them, then the indentation level would be 2. Okay, so I need to pass an indentation level, okay, through each entry to be able to make some styling. Okay, let's pass an indentation level. Okay, level, and let's start with 1. Let's start with 1 and give me this. Go to the entry, take it as a prop, and give it a type. The type will be a number. Perfect. So now, so here, while I am rendering the children of that object, of course, if it has a children prop, I wanna pass also the indentation level, which will be the same indentation level of the current object or the current file or folder, not file, of course, a folder, plus 1, because I am the parent, I'm the first one. Then my sub folder will be in level 2. Okay, so you will get the point when you see the design. Okay, so, and I'm gonna use this indentation level to make some styling for here. Okay, so I'm gonna create some inner style because I need the indentation level. Okay, so I'm gonna make a padding left. Okay, a padding left, and I'm gonna use this back tag, and I'm gonna use the indentation level times 10 pixels. Okay, so here for the first entry, the indentation will be 10 pixels for each child, for the first child of that first entry. Okay, for example, node modules will be 10 pixels here. There you go. This is the result. The node modules is 10 pixels. The bootstrap is the same level of the node modules plus 1, which is 2, and 2 times 10 will be 20 pixels. So that's why I make a padding with 20 pixels, and so on and so forth. For the bootstrap will be 3, and because the bootstrap is a child of the bootstrap folder, and so the level is 3, so the padding will be 30 pixels. I hope it's perfectly clear. Okay, so now what I want to do, well, first of all, this arrow function, this arrow icon, I want to display it only when I am a folder, when that object is a folder, because the file here we cannot. Basically, this arrow means let's open this folder to see the sub content or the nested content folders or files. Okay, and we cannot create files or folders inside a file. Okay, so that's why I'm gonna make sure to only display this arrow icon only for folders. Okay, so let's go back. So this one I'm gonna conditionally rendering this one. So let's do this. If the file added children, then I wanna make this, okay, and paste this and close. Okay, perfect. So now here, if file.children exists, then render the arrow, this right arrow, or I don't know, and otherwise just the file. Let's check out, and perfect. There is no need to, there is no arrow here in the files, which is, I need to change this here. There you go. Let's unzoom a little bit, and perfect. So now what I'm gonna need, now I need to create this functionality to be able to collapse and expand a folder. Okay, by the way, you see it's the same functionality here. If it is collapsed, then this arrow function will be displayed. If not, if it is expanded, this arrow function, this arrow icon will be displayed and the content will be shown. Okay, so for that I'm gonna create a new state. I'm gonna create a piece of state. I'm gonna call it a toggle expanded. Okay, I'm gonna call it a toggle expanded, and I'm gonna create a setter for that state. Set toggle expanded, and I'm gonna, come on, use state, and for a default value, because the default value will be false. The default value will be the folders collapsed, not expanded. Okay, so what I need now, so I need to check this, because as you see here, if it is expanded, so I'm gonna show a specific icon. If not, I'm gonna display another icon. So I'm gonna check here, I'm gonna wrap this here, and I'm gonna say if the toggle expanded is true, that means we are in this way, okay, in this picture. Okay, so what I need to display is the other be solid right arrow, or but be solid down. Okay, so let's see. If toggle, okay, of course it is, all of them are these icons, because we make it false. But if we make it true, just for test, there you go, each folder is expanded, so this icon will be displayed. Okay, but for now let's make it true, let's make it false as a default value, and let's keep going. So also, if the content of the folder is not expanded, there is no need to loop through their children and show them in the UI. Okay, I only need to show the inner content of a specific folder only when that folder is expanded. If it is collapsed, it will be collapsed like this src. If I collapse it, there is no need to show the inner content. Okay, so I'm gonna do that function of that functionality now. So I'm gonna make a simple test. If toggle is true, if the toggle expanded is true, only in that case I'm gonna loop through the errors. I guess this one, yeah. Let me, this one and this one. Perfect. There you go. There you go. So I need perfect. So the default value of each entry component is false. That's why there is no content has been displayed. Okay, but now I need something somehow to be able to open whatever the folder I want and close whatever I want. For example, here I could open src and open public, or I could for example, I could open public and close src. Okay, so I need to add a on-click functionality, or on-click event, okay, in this entry header, which you can click on this node modules, then the node modules will be expanded, all this folder or this arrow. Okay, so let's look. There you go, this div, this entry header. I'm gonna add a on-click, okay, a on-click listener, and I'm gonna call the set toggle expanded, and I need to pass an arrow function and a callback function, and I need to toggle it. So why? Because you can see in the internet they will directly do this and it will work, but sometimes will make some issues in this way. Okay, you see, it works for now, it works, but let me tell you something. In use state, if the new value of your piece of state depends on the current value or the previous value, okay, then you should pass an arrow, a callback function, and this callback function, the first parameter will be the current state, the current value, and just simply return the opposite of that current value. So this is the best way to do it. So it's, for example, I'm toggling, that's why I'm using a callback function. So if not, if I just, when I click, I will always make that state true, for example. So in that case, there is no need to use a callback function, because the value of the new state, it's not depends on the current value of the state, of the piece of state. But in our case, it depends, yeah, because always I'm gonna toggle it. If it false, it will be true. If it's true, it will be false. Okay, so perfect. So now, perfect. There you go, there you go, there you go. And each component is independent. We opened Bootstrap and Vite, and we are not opening the public src. Okay, so perfect. Also, this functionality also will work. That click event will work on the files, and I wanna stop that to happen. So I'm gonna make a check if the file .children, I'm gonna make a question mark, .children exist. Only then call that set toggle expanded. Okay, to basically that almost, if it is a folder, then this functionality will be executed, or this function. Okay, we almost done, but there is something we need to do. Is this one, this, when you open, there is a this, I don't know, this border or this span, or I don't know, it's the same in VS Code. Okay, so let's, inside the inside the entry container, I want to create a new span, and I'm gonna give it, this span will be a self-closing tag, and I'm gonna give it some styles. The first one is gonna be position, will be absolute, position absolute. Okay, this position, if you check out the src, the index.css, you will, and you search for entry container, I'm giving it a position relative to be able to move that span, depends on that div. Okay, sorry, and let's go back to component entry.csx, and a position absolute, I'm gonna give it a left will be also calculated from the indentation level, times 10 pixels, right? Also, I'm gonna give it a width which is 1 pixels for now. 1 pixels. Okay. And a height, it's gonna be, I'm gonna calculate something, and if you want, you could check the index.css and you will know exactly why I'm calculating it here, because the paddings and the margins of the div. Okay, so 100% minus 13 pixels, and I'm gonna move this span from the top 30 pixels also. Okay, and the last thing I need to give it a background color will be gray. Okay, and let's check it. And also this is span. Okay, let me see. Okay, so what's going on? Position absolute, lift, width, height, background, just background. Oh, give me, okay, the color. What's going on? I don't know. Why it is not working? Just give me a sec to check out why. Why is this happened? Not a color, not a, just a background, I guess. Let's check. Also not working. Come on. Okay. First of all, give me a margin button with a 10 pixels for each entry. Yo, come on. Why is it not working? Times 10 pixels. The width 1 pixel. I'm moving it from the, I don't know. The position absolute, entry container. Let me take this one. I don't know. Q2. Oh. Well, to be honest, I don't know what calc. Oh my god. See this fold? There you go. This is the problem. You see? So there you go. This, maybe we should move it a little bit from the left. So let me add some, for example, 0.6 and 0. And there you go. Now there you go. We're done. Everything is working fine. Okay, perfect. So I hope you enjoy it, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and see you soon.